They told me it was just old age. When my knees began to ache every time I climbed the porch steps, when my glasses no longer helped me read the Sunday paper, and when I forgot my neighbor's name, the same one I'd known for 30 years, they all said, "You're just getting older, Helen. That's normal." But deep down, it didn't feel normal. It felt like I was quietly falling apart. Then something unexpected happened. I ran into my old friend Elena at the farmer's market. She's 76, same age as me, but she looked 10 years younger. No cane, no squinting at price tags, no struggling to remember our last conversation. "What changed?" I asked. She smiled and pulled a tiny jar from her tote bag. "This syrup," she said. "Old Mexican remedy. Try it for 3 weeks." I laughed at first. I mean syrup, really. But after years of creams, pills, and prescriptions, what did I have to lose? By the end of week 1, the stiffness in my joints eased. By week 2, I could read without rubbing my eyes. And by week 3, I remembered my daughter's phone number without reaching for my notepad. I don't believe in miracles, but I believe in what works. And what I'm about to share with you, this simple natural recipe, could be the difference between just aging and living. Aging doesn't happen all at once. It creeps in slowly, a stiff back here, a foggy memory there, a blurry street sign that used to be clear as day. By the time we reach 60, many of us begin to feel like we're watching ourselves slip away piece by piece. But here's what most people don't realize. Not everyone ages the same way. Some people in their 70s still go dancing. Others in their 60s already rely on walkers. So what's the difference? It often comes down to circulation, cellular repair, and nutrition. As we age, our blood doesn't flow as efficiently, which means our brain and joints don't get the oxygen and nutrients they need. Inflammation builds up in our bones and tissues. Our vision suffers. Memory fades, and even our hearing begins to dull, not because we're broken, but because our body isn't being fed the right way. And unfortunately, many of the foods we eat or the medications we take don't support that healing. In fact, they often just mask the symptoms. But nature offers us another path. A quieter, gentler path that supports our body from within and helps restore what time tried to take. It started with a small clinic in the hills of Guadalajara, Mexico. An aging local doctor, now well into his 80s, had treated generations of villagers using the wisdom passed down from his ancestors. No fancy machines, no synthetic pills, just food, real food and medicinal plants from the land. One day he handed a small jar of syrup to a tourist who had come in complaining of joint pain, blurred vision, and memory lapses. "Take this every day for 3 weeks, the doctor said with a soft grin. "You'll see." What followed was extraordinary. The tourist returned with sharper vision, less pain, and a clear mind, and word began to spread. That syrup, now known as the 5-in-1 elixir, was shared around the world. And here's what's in it: horseradish, a natural anti-inflammatory that stimulates digestion and helps burn stubborn belly fat. Ginger enhances circulation, soothes the joints, and sharpens focus. Lemon juice, packed with vitamin C, it boosts immunity and purifies the blood. Honey, a natural antibiotic that also makes the syrup smooth and easy to take. Cinnamon supports brain function and balances blood sugar, which helps prevent mental fog. Preparation is simple. Blend horseradish and ginger, add lemon juice, then stir in honey and cinnamon. Store it in a glass jar. Take 1 tablespoon before breakfast and another before exercise. That's it. No needles, no prescriptions. Just a natural blend that supports your joints, brain, eyes, and waistline all at once. This isn't magic. It's nutrition done right the way our grandparents used to do it. When I first started taking the syrup, I didn't expect much. Maybe a little more energy, I thought. Maybe fewer aches. But what happened by day 21 genuinely surprised me. My knees, those same knees that cracked and throbbed every time I stood up, felt lighter. I was walking through the grocery store without grabbing the cart for balance. The stairs no longer felt like a mountain. But it wasn't just the pain that changed. One morning, I picked up my grandson's drawing from the fridge and noticed something. I could read his tiny handwriting without my glasses. I hadn't done that in years. And that afternoon, when my neighbor June stopped by, I remembered her daughter's name, Emily, before she even mentioned it. All those little victories added up. The secret: this syrup works on the root of the problem: poor blood flow, inflammation, and oxidative stress. Ginger and cinnamon help oxygen reach the brain. Horseradish fights the inflammation that damages joints. And the lemon-honey combo supports your immune system while detoxifying your system gently. It's like giving your body a breath of fresh air one spoonful at a time. And you don't have to wait months. 3 weeks is all it takes to feel the shift. While the syrup acts as a powerful booster, there's something even more important: what you feed your body every single day. You don't need exotic ingredients or expensive supplements. In fact, most of the healing starts right in your own kitchen with simple foods that nourish your joints, brain, and eyes from the inside out. Here are 6 healing foods every senior should eat regularly. Tomatoes. These bright red beauties are packed with lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that protects brain cells from aging and damage. They also help reduce inflammation, one of the main causes of joint pain and memory loss. Walnuts. Often called brain food, walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids that support brain circulation and memory. Just a small handful each day can help your brain stay sharp and alert. Beetroot. This deep red root helps improve blood flow and pressure, delivering more oxygen to the brain and joints. Try it roasted, juiced, or grated in salads. Apples. High in fiber and natural antioxidants, apples are wonderful for both digestion and brain health. The pectin in apples helps clean the blood vessels that supply the brain. Rosemary. Known for its fragrant aroma, this herb can boost focus and memory. Try steeping fresh rosemary in hot water for a simple memory-boosting tea. Avocados. Creamy and delicious avocados improve cerebral blood flow, keeping your brain energized and your joints lubricated. Adding just a few of these to your weekly routine alongside the syrup can create a synergy that supports your entire body. Think of it as feeding your future self one bite at a time. I still remember the night I sat in my living room, rubbing menthol cream into my knees, frustrated that nothing seemed to work. I just returned from yet another doctor visit, another prescription, another sigh of, "It's just your age." That was 2 years ago. And back then I believed them. But now looking back, I realize how much time I lost, not just in pain, but in spirit. I stopped going on evening walks. I declined invitations. I even skipped my granddaughter's school play because I didn't want to climb the bleachers. Then I met George. He was 75, had 2 hip replacements behind him, and used to limp everywhere. But that morning at the community center, he was walking briskly, laughing, holding a full conversation, no pause, no confusion. He was a different man. What changed, I asked. He smiled. I stopped waiting for someone to fix me and started feeding myself like I deserved better. It hit me like a lightning bolt. He wasn't talking about medicine. He was talking about mindset, about reclaiming his health through small, consistent choices. That conversation stayed with me. It's why I finally gave the syrup a try. It's why I started eating differently. And it's why today I can walk, read, remember, and feel like myself again. I just wish someone had told me this when I turned 60. But maybe, just maybe, it's not too late for you. Somewhere along the way, we were taught to believe that aging is a problem best solved in a pharmacy. A new pain. Take a pill. Blurry vision, get stronger glasses. Can't remember names. It's normal, they say, until it isn't. But here's the truth. Our bodies are incredibly smart. They're designed to repair, to regenerate, and to recover if we give them the right tools. Nature didn't leave us empty-handed. It gave us plants that fight inflammation, fruits that boost circulation, herbs that sharpen the mind. These aren't new discoveries. They're ancient truths, the kind your grandmother might have known before the world got too loud with chemicals and commercials. The syrup is just one example. So are walnuts, rosemary, ginger, and beets. Not magic, not instant, but powerful when used consistently. And no, none of this means you should throw away your medications. But maybe, just maybe, it's time to take back some control. To nourish your joints before they fail. To protect your memory before it fades. To live every year you have left with clarity, comfort, and confidence. Not because you're trying to be young again, but because you deserve to feel alive. So here's my gentle invitation to you tomorrow morning before you reach for your usual pain cream or forget where you placed your glasses. Try something different. Take a spoonful of the syrup. Slice an apple. Brew some rosemary tea. Eat like your health depends on it, because it does. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start small. Start today. And if this story stirred something in you, If you saw even a glimpse of hope, share it. Share it with a friend, a neighbor, a sibling, because we're all walking this road together, and no one should walk it in pain.